Northeast Arkansas News is brought to you by Glenn Sane.
Good evening and thank you for tuning in to your Northeast Arkansas Late News. I'm Meredith Mitchell. Josh has the night off. One marked tree officer is on a mission to bridge gaps between officers and civilian relations, one backpack at a time. Northeast Arkansas' Simone Jamison shares details from Marked Tree.
Officer Eric Jackson set out to give back in a big way this summer. He created a program called Backpacking with Officer Jackson to ensure students have classroom essentials. That includes a backpack loaded with pencils, notebooks, and other supplies.
I feel like there's nothing more rewarding than seeing that child or that parent go home happy or knowing that I made their day. I feel that when you're doing something for the community, or for kids for that matter, that you can't go wrong.
For Officer Jackson, building the backpack program, as well as community involvement, is a top priority.
When what it's about is bridging that gap and coming together as one, as a whole, and it takes a village to raise a child.
Officer Jackson's goal is to collect 500 backpacks for the upcoming school year, which he says will not only benefit Marked Tree, but the entire Northeast Arkansas community. It's his way of building trust and shedding a light on the good officers do.
You don't see an officer changing that flat at 2 o'clock in the morning. You don't see an officer giving a person a courtesy ride when it's raining. You don't see a person that has ran out of gas and that officer's taking that person to get gas. Those are all the things that go along with community policing.
Officer Jackson is funding the drive out of pocket, but says his biggest gain comes from knowing he's lightened the financial burden for those that can't afford the means. He's paying it forward in hopes that civilians across Northeast Arkansas will rally around his charitable cause. For Northeast Arkansas News, I'm Simone Jameson.
Sergeant Jackson will host an official backpack giveaway on July 28th, and that backpack giveaway, again, July 28th.
Now, your first weather.
And we do have a heat advisory in effect for much of Northeast Arkansas as we head into the day. On our Thursday until about 8 o'clock in the evening is when this heat advisory will be in effect. Our feel-like temperatures, that heat index from 105 degrees to 115 degrees. As you step outside late Thursday afternoon, make sure you're checking on any pets that are outdoors. Also elderly, make sure you're checking on them. And if possible, stay indoors or find that cooling center across the area as well. As they now have these temperatures into the triple digits, but actual temperatures will be in the mid to upper 90s as we head into our Thursday afternoon. Here's what it looks like next couple of days. Summer sizzle definitely back in as we'll have our high temperatures in the low upper to mid 90s, but that feel like temperature from 105 to 110 degrees, and it looks like it's going to continue right into the upcoming weekend, and really no relief from the heat anytime soon. Even next week, looking like temperatures are going to stay pretty warm, and those humidities are going to stay up too across our region. Here's your forecast for early on Thursday. 79 degrees to start with mostly sunny skies, partly to mostly sunny skies by the afternoon. Southwest winds around 10, but high temperatures reaching 97. Heat index values close to 110 as we head to Thursday afternoon. And we'll talk more about that with your full forecast coming up in just a few more minutes.
Arkansas State University adding some new positions and reorganizing several administrative divisions in an effort to boost student recruitment and engagement. Beginning this year, the university will appoint a vice chancellor for enrollment management and a dean of students. The enrollment management will include increasing recruitment to assist financial aid, recruitment, and admission divisions. The dean of students will manage resident and student life, fraternity affairs, and student conduct. The university says the positions are designed to help realign its division of student affairs and improve the experience for future and current students. Staff are conducting a search both nationally and internally to fill those positions.
We need to recruit students to come to Arkansas State, that then we retain students. It's two halves of the same strategy to focus us on our services toward our students that are here at Arkansas State. And I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for somebody around the country to come to Jonesboro and lead this new team.
The university hopes to fill the positions by the start of the fall semester. The university is also planning to combine two student leadership divisions. Those include Global Initiatives and Global A-State Online. Jonesboro's City Water and Light is the new owner of the old NEA Baptist Clinic in downtown Jonesboro. The building is located on Creeth, directly across from their engineering department. The brick building is more than 7,250 square feet and has more than 15 offices, and 3 boardrooms. CWL Manager of Utility Jake Rice says the purchase was made as a long-term investment. CWL wants to make sure they are prepared with the expanding city.
Downtown Jonesboro is growing and developing rapidly, so we believe that this facility in close proximity to our office is a good long-term investment for our customers and our operation. Having this in the future, when we need, if and when we need to expand our workforce, it will be a critical asset.
In the meantime, CWL plans to rent out the space until they find a need for it. This Jonesboro man sure has a soul for fixing shoes. Northeast Arkansas's Alexis Padilla tells us about one man's 66-year journey that has led him to start his own shoe repair shop.
Taking an old shoe and making it seem brand new, that is a passion of Joe BEASON. He is 84 years old and runs his own shoe repair shop right in his own home. He decided to open it up after 21 years of shoe factory experience.
I like messing with shoes, so I just quit and opened this one.
BEASON opened up his shoe repair shop here on County Road 114 in Jonesboro back in 1994 after he retired. He's been working with shoes since he was just 18 years old, and he plans to keep doing it for as long as he can.
Sometimes I do a whole bunch, sometimes I do a little, but I'm doing what I enjoy to do, and I really like doing it, and hoping I'd stay with it till the Lord calls me home.
He used to work in the old Wolverine Worldwide shoe factory in Jonesboro before Wolverine even took over the plant.
And back when they first made the Hush Puppy shoe, we in Jonesboro made it for them. The very first Wolverine Hush Puppy, and it was pigskin.
Nowadays, he focuses on fixing the soles and heels of leather shoes and boots. While it is a hobby for him, his #1 goal is to take care of his customers.
Finished as quick as possible, and I don't rob them, and I try to do the best job I know how. I'm available anytime they need me.
There is only one other shoe repair shop besides BEASON's in Jonesboro. The next closest one isn't until Memphis. For Northeast Arkansas News, I'm Alexis Padilla.
The patriarch of one of the most famous families in entertainment has lost his battle with cancer. Joe Jackson died early this morning at the age of 89. Jackson, who lived in Las Vegas and had been estranged from much of his family, had been suffering from cancer, according to media reports. He was born in Fountain Hill, Arkansas back in 1928. Jackson struggled with health issues in recent years, suffering from at least 2 strokes. Well, Oklahoma says yes to medical marijuana. A state ballot initiative was approved by voters on Tuesday night. A license would be required for the use and possession of marijuana for health reasons. That license would be issued by a board-certified physician. Supporters say legalization will be a boom to the state's economy and will create jobs. Oklahoma's governor has announced a special session that will allow lawmakers to regulate the new measure. The price of Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey will increase about 10% in the European Union. It's a result of the bloc's new 25% tariff. And the European Union is taxing a number of U.S. imports like whiskey, motorcycles, and jeans in response to President Donald Trump's decision to slap tariffs on European steel and aluminum. The price increase for the whiskey will take effect over the next couple of months. Well, summer is here, and that means family and friends will be gathering to celebrate the July 4th holiday. But unfortunately, the fun and fireworks can be dangerous if you're not careful. Mola Langi has more on how to stay safe.
Joseph Livingston is an active, healthy 7-year-old boy, but getting back here has been a long road. 2 years ago, Joseph and his family were at a barbecue watching fireworks.
Okay. Fireworks were out in the cul-de-sac.
I think this is a pretty good safe distance. I mean, we're a good 60 feet away.
Joseph was hit, suffering 2nd and 3rd degree burns on his backside.
The firework went up his short leg and was in between his underwear and his shorts. It got caught on fire.
Nearly 13,000 people ended up in the ER last year because of fireworks injuries, and 8 people died. Dr. Therese Canaries at Johns Hopkins Hospital says burns are the most common.
Sometimes with flying projectiles, the eyes are vulnerable to injury. In extreme circumstances, I have seen children who have been holding explosives and end up with amputations.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission hopes these demonstrations can prevent more injuries. Even just a sparkler can reach 2,000 degrees, as hot as a blowtorch.
Take precautions, make sure you have a bucket of water there. Make sure that you are watching those fireworks at all times. Don't relight a dud and don't stand over a firework. It could go off in your face.
Joseph spent 4 days in the hospital, needed months of follow-up, and is still receiving treatment.
He still gets very startled at loud noises. Thunder still scares him, but he's come a long way.
Be more careful than you think you have to be even.
His parents hope sharing his story will keep others safe. Mola Lengi, CBS News, Baltimore, Maryland.
Even if the injury seems minor, burn specialists say if you or your child get burned by a firework, you should immediately seek medical care. Well, still to come on Northeast Arkansas News, this was not unexpected, but major nonetheless. Again, Justice Anthony Kennedy announcing his retirement with the loss of a key swing vote that's expected to bring big change to the High Court. More on that announcement next.
And heat advisory in effect for much of Northeast Arkansas as we head into our Thursday. Highs in the low to mid 90s, could be in the upper 90s in some areas. At a high of 95 degrees today. We'll talk more about the heat, the humidity, and see if there's any break from the heat by early next week. We'll do that coming up.